Welcome back to another podcast. It's the Locker Room Podcast. We're back again. It's Juwan here and yeah, Emmanuel with me today. How you feeling, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Thanks for having me here with y'all today. Yeah, blessed to be here.
Oh, shit. What about you, Timmy? How you feeling?
I'm good, It's cold, snowing, slippery, but we're here.
We move. Yeah, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm cooling, chilling, vibing and stuff.
That shit.
Everybody gotta get it up. Why you gonna sound like we sleep? Like, what's going on here? Like,
It's the weather, bro.
How you feeling, bro?
That weather is no joke, man. I swear. Now my lazy Nigerian youth. I got fella here, Sha. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know me. You know the vibe.
That shit. Yeah, right. So today we're gonna be talking about lazy Nigerian youths.
More than 60% of the population is below the age of 30. A lot of them haven't been to school, and they are claiming, that Nigeria has been an oil-producing country. Therefore, they should sit and do nothing and get housing, healthcare, education free.
Quotes.
yeah,
Cause
calling us lazy already, bro.
because there have been speculations that they are lazy.
The president said, ex-president said we were lazy.
Yeah. So how would you guys define lazy? All right, you might go first.
How I define lazy, I say someone who prioritizes other stuff before actually getting to what matters. Who puts other maybe leisure activities ahead of things that's gonna be more productive, and you know what I mean, like not being on top of it at the right time. You get what I'm saying? Like things like that, I think is what makes a person lazy.
What about you, Timmy? What do you define lazy as?
I think being lazy is just the voluntary act of choosing not to do anything, Just everybody has a choice to, do I do some or do I not do anything? You pick up, let me lay back and do absolutely nothing.
Oh, yeah, what do you think? Lazy.
I believe being lazy is basically neglecting the things that you're supposed to do. Not really about just what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to do this, but you don't do it, and you keep not doing it. Become lazy. Yeah, it's like when given the opportunity, not doing what you're supposed to do, or like not doing what you're supposed to do at the right time. Procrastination and all that. That's when it comes in.
Right, definitely.
A quick question. You say procrastination is also the same as being lazy?
No.
I mean, it's also. I feel like it's also involved.
Maybe a form of laziness.
I see what you mean.
Laziness.
Yeah, I feel like though, to a certain extent, like sometimes you can't really escape procrastination because it will happen naturally at some points. I feel like though, when you're purposely like procrastinating every time, like every chance you get, then that's when you're like, okay, like this person is just being lazy at this point. Like, okay, you're just choosing not to do what you're supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, definitely. Hey, we all be procrastinating at some point though.
Yeah. It's just when your procrastination becomes like too much, then it's like laziness.
Facts, definitely.
But for like definition of lazy from my research is it's the unwillingness to like work. Simple as that.
Word.
When you have the chance to do things, but you're just unwilling to do it. So that's just lazy in a nutshell.
All right, I got a little question though. Do we all be doing what we're supposed to be doing on time over here? Like,
I mean, if you don't do it, it will affect you though. So we have to.
When your mom tell you go get the chicken out the fridge, like fell out
you have to wait.
That's it, like, mom, like I'm playing the game right now. Like I'll get to it, mess around, forget. Like
very evil statement.
I get to it. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm real guilty of that too. Like we all.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that though. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. So. I came with the heat today. I got a couple questions I want to ask y'all today, if you don't mind me.
We're here for the
I don't want to overstep or nothing, but if y'all cool with it.
Hit us.
All right, yeah. So since we talking about who's lazy or who's not, but I got another question though. How would y'all define hard work, like a hard working person? If you were to say this person hard working, like what would you say? Like,
All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna go first. Hard work. I just feel like someone that has like a headstrong attitude to whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Just knowing like you have a goal that you're trying to achieve and sticking to it no matter what
most definitely
gets in your way.
Yes, sir. How about you, Aya? What you think?
Simple, just hard work for me. Working hard, whatever you're doing, as long as you're working hard in that thing, hard work.
Facts. All right, keep it simple.
Yeah. Me, I feel like I have my bad. I feel like someone that's hardworking is like someone that gets stuff done, everything. A disciplined person that gets his work done at the right time.
Facts.
I feel like for me that's hardworking.
Definitely. What you think to me?
I mean, like hard work is just perseverance and like whatever you do, in the ups, downs, you're still putting in the effort, putting in the work to get whatever you need to get done.
In the rainy days.
The rainy day, sunny day, snowy day, windy day, you're
Definitely.
working.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely agree. And yeah, I'm just go off of what you guys have said. Like John said, just getting stuff done no matter what. Like I feel like you getting things done at a timely manner. Being conscious of time, your surroundings, materials you have, resources, like making use of it when you're supposed to, like getting things done. Like no matter what, like you guys said. So yeah, definitely feel that. So another question that I have for you guys is that does doing just any job, like say, oh yeah, I just wake up, I'll go to work, like does that mean someone's hardworking just because they go do what you're kind of supposed to do to survive? Does that make you hardworking?
My bad. But actually, for me, I feel like so far it don't matter what kind of job you do or doing what you're supposed to do. Like so far as you're doing something, no matter how little, and you put in enough effort to like into it, I feel like you're hardworking.
Right.
Like if I'm making music right now or if I'm singing and I put all my effort and everything into it, I feel like to me that's hardworking. I'm being consistent.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because
definitely.
I feel like you can't just cancel out somebody's hard work all because they are not doing the same thing as somebody else. Because life in general is not balanced.
Right.
That's what these people say. Life is not balanced. Life is not equal. So somebody might be on level 1 working hard. Somebody might be on level 2 working hard. But at the end of the day, most people are still working hard.
Yeah.
Right. So I got a question for you too. So just you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and yeah, so you're working hard at it. But would y'all agree? Like, would y'all say that in this life, there's certain things that you have to do no matter what? It's just like it's set there, like for you to be able to progress, for you to be able to like provide for yourself and maybe people around you. Like you have to go to work, you have to do this stuff. Like, but does a person doing that, like, not because they want to, but they're just doing it, say, oh, I gotta provide. They're just doing it like without, any sort of, like wanting to better themselves, like want to get to a next level. Like they're just doing it. I mean, they're good at it. Does that still make them like a hardworking person?
Well,
yeah.
At that point, no. Because at that point, I think it's just work.
Right.
There's no hard work to it. If everybody is waking up 8 a.m. and you're waking up 8 a.m. with everybody, at that point, you're doing just work. You're doing what everybody's doing.
Definitely.
Everybody's waking up 8 a.m. and you're waking up 6 a.m. Then you're putting the hard work. You're trying to get ahead of everybody,
Right. So you're saying the extra gear, you need that little extra juice in there. Like you got to do something that not everybody's
doing. That's why
it's
not easy. It's hard.
Right.
That was the hard part of it.
Right. To set you apart. Definitely.
Waking up at 8 too is too hard. That's
right.
Well, there's hard work, but there's different words for different characteristics of hard work. You can be a very determined person. That's a characteristic of hard work. You can be a very perseverant person. That can be a characteristic of hard work. There's multiple characteristics. But if you hard work as a broad word, I think is if you have a job, you try to get the best out of that job. You go to that job every day. Make sure that job gets you enough do what you want,
Certainly.
what you have to do. That's hard working, because there are people that will go to work, but then they get the chance to like leave early or something. They take that chance, or they get they are offered like a chance to stay 1 hour earlier to do something, and they just don't stay. So I feel like make the best out of the job you have, regardless of if you put in more effort than someone else.
Talk to him. Talk to him. That's hard work. That's hard work.
I'll say in a way, is I don't know. I don't know if I agree.
Harder. Other people.
I don't say so. You're working longer, not harder.
Listen. I feel like we're gonna get. I feel like we're lost in the what's it called? Like everybody is different. You get
right.
Everybody have their own different definition of hard work.
Definitely.
So what you think is hard working might not be what another person thinks is hard working. Like,
absolutely.
Like some people, they might think just getting their paycheck and getting this, making sure everybody around them is good, is hard work for them. Yeah. But there's some people that's getting my paycheck, making sure I have money in the bank to sustain me. What's it called? Stocks, all that. Like having a lot of means of
portfolio,
getting money. Like that might be their way of hard work.
I feel like consistency, like continuously. I mean, doing it every time, not like one today am I working tomorrow. It's like the consistency, doing it every time, always showing up at work. I feel like the extra effort, it doesn't really. I mean, extra effort also like determines our work, but like if you are doing it consistently, you're always there, you're always showing up, you're always doing it. I feel that's our work.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's not easy to go to work every day.
Exactly, but
at itself, so you're already working hard because you can get the chance to be favored by the government, sit down your house and do nothing, have the lowest, go to live in like a 1-bedroom apartment, don't have to work hard, but you choose to go to work every day.
And that's where consistency comes in, because you are showing up at work every time. So I'm putting in the work.
Definitely. So I'm gonna go off what fella just said. For me, I think yes, we all do need to work at some point. Just start, you gotta go. Something you gotta do to survive. Really, that's how I look at it. I will say, for me, hard work is showing up and showing out. You show up, you're doing something. Like if this person's giving 100% effort, you're giving 120% effort. You're over it, and it's at a consistent rate. You know what I'm saying? Like a hardworking person is someone that doesn't shy away from the hard stuff.
Yeah.
They don't take the easy route necessarily. They're going there. They're like, oh, we have this new role. Like we have to do this, but it's gonna be harder. It's gonna take more time to do this, and they're not afraid to step up and say, "What's up? I'm gonna get to it. Like, give me the chance." You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what separates a worker and a hard worker. A hard worker doesn't shy away from opportunities. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, true.
A worker just shows up.
Yeah.
You're just showing up.
Definitely.
In the midst of hard work too, there's the saying that's like, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
You feel me? So sometimes we cannot say hard work, because there's some people that they are working hard and they're not getting a lot of money. And there's some people that are sitting at a desk and it's not really hard job. It's just mentally, that maybe mental work.
That's what I said on his point. I was like, you working longer doesn't necessarily mean you're working harder. Realistically, you're just working longer.
Definitely.
They offer you an hour extra in work.
Right.
You're making $20 extra. That's just what
you could be there for that whole hour, just sit there chilling. You're not necessarily doing something
much,
to stand out. Definitely.
You also said that waking up at 6. And other people are waking up at 8.
Waking up at 6 to achieve something, not just waking up at 6.
You're working longer than someone that's waking up at 8.
Yeah.
Waking up at 6 means you can, maybe in that point in time, you go to the gym,
right?
You go, you take a shower, you read a book before you start what you're supposed to do at 8. Rather than somebody waking up at 8, or they just go straight into it.
So you're telling me you read a book every day before?
I didn't say me.
What's the last book you read?
The last book I read was what's that book called again? Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
Don't worry about that.
That was the first book that came to his head.
Anyway,
but now that I'm waking up early.
So yeah, I believe we could all agree that being a hard worker or being hardworking is subjective to some point. Then, all right. So this brings me to my next question: is that so based off of what we just said, do you guys still think Nigerian youth are lazy? Like, do you think you as a Nigerian youth, since you came in here, compared to somebody who's been here the whole life, or you know what I mean? Like, do you still believe Nigerian youth are lazy? If you believe Nigerian youth are lazy,
no. I think Nigerians are not lazy.
Elaborate on that, please.
Because I think like for everybody here, I've been one of the longest people that stay in Nigeria. Right? Fella. And when you look at the way Nigeria economy is, like there's literally the tiniest possible opportunities available to Nigerians. Youth especially, because
Definitely.
It's not like America where you can work at 16. In Nigeria, nobody's employing you at 16. Nobody's taking you seriously at 16. You know?
Right.
Or the tiniest possible opportunities available, they take hold of it. Like if you go to a place like, let me explain this, sorry, Computer Village, like a technology center in Nigeria, where it's like a whole this is like downtown of just basically selling tech, computers, phones, devices, and everything.
Right.
And they're like, you see young people there. I had a friend in secondary school that teachers would call him stupid, dumb. Straight out of high school, he started selling phones. Students Computer Village, was there for hours a day. Now he has his own business, selling phones. That's somebody that perhaps was struggling in school. That's in Nigeria, you're taking hold of an opportunity. That people will say, people that will look at him at the beginning of that, oh, you are not even doing well in school. How are you going to start a business?
Right.
But he took hold of the 1% chance he had, and he's making work of it right now. So I don't think that statement is true. You know, saying Nigerians are lazy.
Right.
Understood.
Anybody else?
I think to some extent they are lazy.
Ooh.
Okay? Because
we got one.
It's Gen Z Nigerian youth right now. Everybody wants to be rich faster.
Right.
The social media have made things so like everybody's oppressed by what they see online. So they're quick to dabble into illegal means of making money and stuff like that, and which is the faster way to get money. Most people now, like, I feel like the people that are older generation were the one that really worked hard for whatever they want to get. Now people, they just want to get money quick. Definitely. When it's come to the youth in Nigeria. That's what I think. They'd
rather just pursue that quick route than, you know, do something that's going to take longer. Like you said, there's the inability for people our age to delay gratification. They want something instantly.
But keep something, right? Even in the legalness of computer fraud, or you know, trying to make money fast, if you look at it, it's not easy.
Doesn't matter. Bro, doesn't matter.
None of us here can sit down and say we can do computer fraud if we wanted to.
Oh, that's you don't know that.
I mean, no, we can't because we don't know how to.
I think that's where the issue starts. Speak for yourself, because I don't think you can generalize and say Nigerian youths as a whole, like because there are some Nigerian youths that are lazy, and there are some Nigerian youths that are not lazy.
Yeah,
I think most Nigerian youths, I would say, they are lazy. Because they are waiting for opportunities, they are waiting for jobs to come to their table, they are waiting to go to school, and then government to just come to their aid. But how about our mates that like took the extra step, took that 1% chance to like you say your friend took that 1% chance and started up a business and stuff like that. He's hardworking. Yeah. But those waiting on the opportunities, I feel like that's being lazy. So
all right. So I have a question for you based off what you just said. Because, so do you believe that every Nigerian youth right now, do you believe they're all presented with equal opportunities?
No.
So if you don't believe that, could you elaborate on why you'd say you believe some are lazy because they're waiting on the government to come to the rescue, but the government isn't necessarily providing opportunities for everyone at all? There's barely anything there.
But if the government is not providing you the opportunities, I feel like the same 1% or the same Nigerian youth that is hardworking that doesn't have that same opportunity too. So it took the 1% chance. He did his own thing, hustle and all that stuff like that. I see my mates working at houses, like building houses and stuff like that, bricklaying and all that stuff. Right. That's work.
So you're saying,
so far as it's putting food to your table and you're getting money, that's work. No matter how dirty you might see it as, it's still work. But someone is staying in his mother's house, just waiting for government to get him a job. Like, get out there, be a bus driver, sell what you have, do something. You can't just sit down there and say, "Come to my rescue." I mean,
definitely. So you're saying just try to make something out of nothing. Don't necessarily wait on the opportunity to come drop at your footsteps. So just go make something. Okay, got it. Definitely.
I feel that too, because it's like there's barely any situation that is new under the sun. Right. Someone has been in if you are, I'm not presented with the opportunity that this person is presented with. We'll find another example of someone that's been in your position before, definitely, and took that extra step to get to where they are when it comes to being successful. So you can't just say, just because you were presented with a bad situation, now I have to be a product of what I was born into.
Absolutely, definitely.
For example, when your parents are telling you their stories of how they grew up, how they always say like they're very to school, exactly, and all that stuff. But look at them now, like,
facts.
They could get it up there.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the parents. They walk so we could run. You know what I mean? Like,
I would have never survived.
Yeah, especially not walking 5,000 miles from school barefoot. But okay, got it. So, anyone else have anything to add?
Yeah, to that? Me, I feel like after listening to what you guys said, I think it's not a clear statement to answer. There's no yes or no answer for it, because you can say Nigerian youth are lazy and are not lazy. But the only reason why you can say that is because of what you see right now. So basically, the Nigerian government is not helpful enough for Nigerians to be comfortable in the states that they are. So obviously, you have to work hard for you to be different from everyone else. So you can't say they are lazy or they are not lazy. They're just a product of what they were made in.
Definitely.
So it's like the reason why you have to hawk food or sell food is because there's no other way. You have to do that, unless you are not going to make anything for your life. You can just die of starvation. If you say, "Oh, I don't want to do anything, I just want to chill," you're not going to make it. You have to do something. For you to be successful, you have to do something. So I won't say it's like this one is lazy or is not lazy. You have to do it.
Absolutely.
Different from here, where you have like opportunities, the government can help you, food stamps, this. Nigeria, you have to work for you to buy food. You work, and 90% of that money goes straight to your whatever you have to do.
Yeah,
because if you are one naira down, it's a problem.
Right, definitely. That's definitely that's perfect, because that's bringing me to my next question. That so do you think you could truly determine if they're lazy or not, if they're not really presented with all these opportunities? Because here in America, the youths, they have a plethora of opportunities to pick from. When you're not doing something, sometimes it's definitely due to your work ethic.
Right.
You have many different fields you could go into. Straight out of high school, actually, you could work in high school. Nigerians, you don't have that.
Yeah.
You could work in high school. Yeah, when you get out of high school, you could go learn trade. You could go in the military. Some people go straight in the workforce. You could go to college. You know what I'm saying? So, but my question is, do you feel like if Nigerians had the same exact opportunity as people overseas have, do you think they'll still capitalize and get into stuff when they can, or do you think they'll just we just have it like some people here do, like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, I'm just not gonna do it?
I think the best example you can use is to compare Nigerian youths that migrate from Nigeria to the US versus Nigerian youths that were born in the US. Now, if you compare both, you see that the ones that migrate to the US are usually more successful than the ones that are born here. Why? The ones in Nigeria that migrate, they know that the opportunities that they have here, they don't have it. So obviously, they want to maximize it. Now, the ones that are born here, they see that they don't have to work that hard. everything is not that hard to get there.
Right.
So they won't work as hard as someone that migrates. That's where the major difference.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I feel like in Nigeria we have a culture that like you have to be the best at whatever you're going to do.
Yep.
So when that's instilled in you from a young age, it's like a driving force.
Right.
That like even your mates, your parents will compare you to. Oh, look at him. Does he have two heads?
Yeah.
You get like you don't have two heads and he's doing great in life.
Right.
So that type of mentality, when it's already put in you from a young age, wherever you are, if you move out of Nigeria, you have that drive to be one of the best.
Right, absolutely. When you see in your peers, you're like, yeah, nah, I can't be last. If you're not first, you last. Like there's always that built-in competition, no matter what. Like I believe that. And nothing I have to say about that is I feel like you can't truly tell if someone's lazy till you put them in a situation where they have opportunities they can't escape.
Exactly.
That's when you truly determine if a person's lazy or not. Because if I'm giving you 10 different options of something you could do to make a name for yourself, to make yourself a person, and you're just gonna sit there and just be like, whatever, I'm just do me. Then you're like, okay, all right, you're definitely threading that path where you're like, okay, person is lazy. So I mean, that's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, I feel like there are like, I don't know, there are technicalities to this whole discussion, because if you look at Nigeria, people claim that Nigerians are hardworking because of the condition, like you said, the conditions they have been through. And you say, oh, the government is bad. You know, Nigerians are equally trying to seek opportunities. Like, okay, we're not going to let the government kill us or, ruin us. But if you look at it, Nigeria hasn't always been this bad. But Nigerians have always been this hardworking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, Nigerians have, there's no point in history where you look at Nigerians have been lazy.
Right.
Nigerians are more successful in diaspora than they have ever been.
Absolutely. Can't carry last,
because it's going more down, so they have to work more
to get up out of there.
When I was in Nigeria, it wasn't as bad as it is now. Food was not that expensive.
Yeah.
People were chilling at home some days, they go to work. I've seen it a lot.
Right.
The money was okay. But now they're not gonna tell you twice to go and work. You have to work. Even at 18 years old, you have to find something to do.
Definitely.
Before in Nigeria, you could stay in your mom's house 24 years, you don't have a job. All right.
But
food is in the house every day. You have to work. But now your mom gonna tell you have to leave this house.
The pressure is getting worse.
If that's the case though, even in Nigeria, if you're 24 years old living in your mom's house, there are some people that your neighbors, they would look down on you. Yeah. You'll be the topic of, don't be like that person in their house.
You see that boy?
Yeah,
no.
Go to his house.
Example.
If you don't read your books,
you end up like you. Right.
That's when other your friend's mother will be like, my son is this, my son is that.
And then you sit in the corner hearing what they say, like, dang, now I gotta beat that somehow.
Comparing you like,
all right.
So we've been hardworking because I feel like we have such a competitive spirit that everybody want to be better than each other. It can become toxic sometimes, but for the most part, I feel like it's for the better.
Right. It's a driving force, certainly. Okay, God, that was definitely brilliant. Coming to my next question, you said something earlier about cybercrime. My next question is cybercrime considered a lazy job? Are you hardworking just because you know your way around a computer to make someone else's life miserable? Because I feel like that kind of job is I don't know.
Hardworking is.
What do you think?
They can be hardworking in a good way. They can be hardworking in a bad way. No, if you want to rob a bank, it's hard work. There's no easy way to rob a bank.
Right.
You have to plan for like months on end. You have to figure out the whole foundation of the bank inside and out.
Just to be clear, we're not planning on.
I'm not planning on robbing a bank. I'm just giving an example.
Just say you got it.
I'm the getaway driver.
Me, but
no.
We don't know that.
What I'm trying to say is that even if what you're doing is bad, like cyber crime rather is not easy. Like, let's look at it. People in Nigeria, right, to defraud somebody or in America, first of all, time zones are different. You have to be working when you should be sleeping. That's first. You have to now to even speak to them. they have to figure out an accent. People that have never left the country have to figure out an accent. You have to, I don't know how to do it. They have to, use devices. They have to create accounts. They have to do so many things. It's not easy.
But here's my next question for you, though. It's just a follow-up question. Do you believe they absolutely need to do what they're doing? Because, like he said earlier, you can make something out of nothing. You could choose to go a different path to make money, but you're choosing to go do something like cybercrime. I feel like to me they're kind of putting themselves in a situation they don't have to be in. So do you still believe, even though you're doing something that you don't necessarily have to do, like you're doing something that shouldn't even, be your first option, do you still think that makes you hardworking?
At that point, it is a morality issue. It's not hard work. Like I said, you can do hard work in bad things.
Okay.
But at that point, it's just you. Is this the right thing to do or is this the wrong thing to do at that point?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like, if you know you're good with computers, instead of doing cybercrime, why not cyber
Security?
security?
Yeah.
Definitely. Right.
Put your hard work into
something good.
Then Nigeria will be great, I feel.
Right.
Once again, like I said before, product of their environment.
Oh.
Nigeria government increasing the prices of schools, which means you can't even go to school for you to say you want to be something. I'm in Nigeria. My parents are not earning very much. Can't afford to pay for my college fees. Now, what am I going to do? I don't have a degree, so I can't get a good job. Working as a bricklayer and building houses, or working as a dishwasher, someone at a restaurant, is not going to make me any successful. Now, that's when you start going to bad things. Just like in the US, you're born in an area where it's polluted with drugs. Everyone around you is doing drugs and selling drugs. Guess what? You're going to start doing.
You're bound to do the same.
You're about to start selling drugs.
Right.
So the fact that you're making it hard for them to even become something, like, okay, now let's say I work so hard, I get my diploma, my degree in Nigeria. Now I'm a civil engineer or something. I'm working with gas because Nigeria crude oil is everywhere. Now I apply for a job at some crude oil company. Me and Fela apply for the same job. Now Fela's dad is friends with the manager there, and I have more
degree and
I have more experience than him in this job. He gets the job over me because of his connections. How do you think I'm gonna feel? And I've done that 20 different times. I've not worked out. Don't you think I'll go to try something like that?
But right. I feel like that's where the problem starts. Talking about bricklaying, fashion designing, and looking at it like a small job or something that is not worth the work or something like that. Like, not everybody has to go to school to be successful. You don't necessarily need a degree. There's a lot of fashion designers in Nigeria that are making millions of naira and they're doing good. Like, if you see the degree thing is not working out, why not learn a skill? Why not work hard on that skill? And like, people are making it big in Nigeria.
Yeah, you can't feel everywhere.
It's a small percent too, because at the same time, you want to learn a skill. Now, that same skill, a lot of people, one thing about Nigeria, when something works, a lot of people want to do that same thing. That exact same thing. Right. Like, for example, I there's this guy I follow on Instagram. This guy made 100 million naira in a weekend from playing bets. Now, he promoted his Telegram channel and like 20,000 people subscribed. Now, they want to make 100 million too for playing bets. I see that just because of one person succeeding this, they all want to go.
But I think it's the same thing with degree too now. Because
that's
you see that
someone running away from debt.
But you see someone is a doctor, is successful being a doctor, you too want to be a doctor. Okay, not all doctors are rich.
8 million doctors in Nigeria, how many jobs?
Right. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
There's a lot of...
That's the problem. Everybody want to do what you see is working. They don't want to try.
Yeah, bro. I think that's the life problem, not even a Nigeria problem.
That's everywhere.
Because if you provide enough jobs for this,
not really.
That are certified in this, you don't have a problem.
Didn't you notice the point in time where everybody was trying to do the Amazon thingy?
Drop shipping?
Everything became saturated. Everybody wanted to do it.
No, it's not working out.
There's 50 million IT jobs. There's 100,000 hospitals. There's 20 million schools. There's too much things for you to do.
We need to fact check him. How accurate are those facts you dropping right now?
Trust the source.
In this case, I know that there's over like 50 schools that I've seen by myself. They can employ over 1,000 people in schools.
Definitely.
You're a teacher and you can teach maths very well. And get a job at the school.
That's a problem because I feel like if everybody's doing something and you see it's oversaturated, it's like a lot of people in there, find a way to solve problems, like other problems. Find other, like, be a solution to other problems.
Like, so there's so many problems in Nigeria.
Exactly. There's so many, like you said, there's so many problems in Nigeria. Why is there unemployment then? Then why are still sitting? Because there are so many problems. Find solutions. I feel like
these are problems. These are problems on a larger scale that we're looking into here.
Means there's more opportunities.
We're not going to solve all Nigeria's problems tonight. But
you are getting me wrong on that. I feel like if there's more problems, then there's more opportunities. You can solve one of the problems and make it big.
Let's say you go through that process. You get a job. You work for the government. The government is owing you salary.
Right. What do you want to do? Which already happens. So yeah. Okay.
I still blame them though.
Do we move?
Because listen, even their fraud star thing is giving us a bad reputation.
Right?
Yeah. But it's helping our economy.
But
exactly.
But the way I look at that though, tapping onto that and moving forward is that when we're talking about cybercrime, the way I see it compared to here in America is that cybercrime to Nigeria is what selling drugs here is. Yeah. Selling drugs is to American youths that don't want to take advantage of opportunities. Now, I'm not saying to take away from situation of people who necessarily have to do it, who absolutely have to do it to survive. But I feel like at times people overlook the reason why youths get into cybercrime back in Nigeria. Some of them, it's because their back's absolutely against the wall. They have no other option. They have nowhere else to go.
So
now that's right. Now that's not the case for every single person getting into it. And I also see the way I compare it to here is that some people who sell drugs, they don't usually want to do it. Mm-hmm. Some people, like back in the day, they get into it because they need to feed their family, they need to pay rent, they need to stay alive. But now I feel like today, some people just get into it just because, I'm hard, I'm a G, I want to get into it. Which is also the case in Nigeria where some people will say, okay, I don't even want to try to make a name for myself. I don't even want to try to do something. I'm just going to hop on a laptop and try to scam somebody. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like things like that are just, they're problems, but sometimes it doesn't have to be a problem, and people just, they see an opportunity and they don't care about consequences, and they just get into it. And so, okay, I'm making money to like everybody else. To hell with everybody.
I mean, you're kind of right though. Most people that sell drugs don't want to do it. Because most people that sell drugs that you see out there, they don't get high on their supplies. That's number one rule. Don't get high on your supplies. Exactly. So they don't use it, but they sell it. Not because they like it or something like that.
How you don't know this stuff, bro? You get a little.
We watch movies.
We're gonna move forward. We're gonna keep it pushing. You get a little too complicated. We're gonna keep it pushing. But all right, so I'm going to my next question though. So if Nigeria had things like unemployment checks, right? Like some people got here in the US during COVID.
Explain unemployment.
Okay, so unemployment checks, and there's sometimes some people who are out of a job who can't get a job. I'm hoping I'm correct on this. Are getting paid by the government. Sometimes the amount of money they'd make if they were in the job. Mm-hmm. So to a Nigerian person, you're practically getting paid to do nothing. Just wake up, get paid, go to sleep. So do you guys think if Nigeria had things like food stamps? So do you guys think if Nigeria had things such as unemployment checks when they can't get a job, food stamps and stuff like that, like food banks, do you think Nigerians will still go out and they'll still be as hardworking as they are now? Or do you think they'll be just as relaxed as some people here who say, I could just get an unemployment anyway?
Nigeria has it though. Like during COVID, they were sharing palliatives and stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going. Let me land. Because we are saying government is not doing anything, but they brought out palliative.
Calm down.
But these same Nigerian youths are the ones stealing it, not making it organized, like making it like rough and stuff like that.
But what out of Nigeria's population, what percentage of them actually got to see anything from the palliatives?
At least they tried. But us Nigerian youths, we still made it rough.
I feel like it's
Listen.
They tried.
Listen.
They made effort, though.
There was skinny rumors of they were locking palliatives back. That people couldn't access it.
Exactly.
They were locking it away from people. What do you mean?
Because it was causing danger. I was in Nigeria during COVID. I saw most of the news and everything first time. My dad, I was a politician and everything. I saw most of it. Like when we are sharing something and then youth or people were coming out, not being organized, overcrowding, like stealing from people, using it as an opportunity to rob people and stuff like that. What would you do?
You got a bag of rice, didn't you?
I was comfortable to a point. I didn't.
Listen.
Why would I risk my life out there for a bag of rice?
No, listen. But to an extent, you can't blame them for being disorganized. Right. If America wants to share a bag of rice today, they will do it in a manner that it won't
be organized.
So nothing.
Absolutely.
It's the responsibility of the government to make sure that people are moving in a not moving like barbarians.
But you can't govern people that don't want to be governed.
No, look at Americans don't want to be governed.
You have to make people want to respect you for them to actually do it. You can't blame. That's like dropping sugar in the midst of ants. What are they gonna do? They're obviously all gonna run to it. You can't bring something like that in the midst of hungry Nigerians. And I say that respectfully because a lot of people are struggling. And you couldn't just do that and them knowing that, oh, this is here and y'all not gonna like, yo, we out. We in there. Give us what we deserve. You know what I'm saying? You do the exact same.
You do the same.
Yeah. So
I feel like there's so much lack of structure in Nigeria for
exactly
to work.
We grow up to become the government. So like,
you gonna go back to Nigeria to go?
Are you telling me the president now wasn't the youth before?
Like, I agree with you, but are you gonna go back? Do you plan on going back to go leave Nigeria? So
if I'm going back to Nigeria, I'm going back to start business and make
money. You don't want to be a part of making it better, but you want to go make money there, huh?
I'm making better, like
for yourself. For yourself.
I'll be solving problems.
Like
I'll give solutions. Whatever solution I make will make me money.
And I think
that's what we need to see. That's how we need to. If you are solving the problem of gas, you are solving the problem of electricity, you are gonna make your money and you are also making Nigeria better.
How boys do that?
What problem is the old boy solving?
But listen,
come on now.
What problem?
We're gonna let him get to what he's going to say. We get to the next question.
Revenge for slavery.
Money they are making.
Y'all gonna get us in trouble on this podcast.
Something not telling us.
Can your boys leave the country? No, so why are they spending the money? It's not in the same country.
Who told you Nigeria Yahoo boys can't leave the country?
I mean, most of
we don't go speak for them.
But listen, the root of Nigerian youth problem or even Nigerian problem is the government in general. If we had structure, even if with poverty, if you had structure, some of the things will be so much better. Like palliative sharing, bro. No matter what you want to do, put rails around. Make sure everybody is in a single file. That's the responsibility of the people that are sharing but they don't want to take charge.
I've definitely seen food banks here where although majority of them are non-governmental organizations, they do it without any help from the government. They don't necessarily make profit from it. They have an orderly fashion where you have times you pick like when you're available to come, and it's like you're registered, you're parking in there. You don't even have to get out your car sometimes. They'll bring this stuff to you. You're in there. You get what I'm saying? Like those are people who care about it. So, what you said is bringing me to my next question. That you said the root of the problem is the government. So do you guys think it's fair that the former president said Nigeria youths are lazy?
No.
He's right to a point. he's kind of right.
All right,
He's
why'd
wrong
you say that?
because he's not doing his part. But at the same time, he's also right because we can't just wait there, waiting for a government to come and save us. We keep blaming the government, but we keep forgetting that we are the ones that turn to government. We are the ones that will end up growing up to become president or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's starting his campaign right now. In the year 2056, he's gonna run for president. Yeah, vote for
Let's start from
Anikulapo
Senate.
Jr.
But listen, we grow up to be the government.
Exactly.
Most of them are usually old, that they have they're already under the same mentality. Like the person that is under Tinubu now. Okay, let's say he gets a chance, he's going to be under the same mentality of the Tinubu campaign.
Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. For you guys wondering,
right? Yeah, he's some of us here we're not huge fans. But some people here we're not naming names, you know. But
I don't support Tinubu all the way, but I feel like we can't keep blaming government.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I'll blame the government because if you look at situation where there's let's see, like America, for example, unemployment checks. Nigeria have his own unemployment checks. Half of it, the government sit down on top of it. They will embezzle the checks.
They gotta boost their pockets. You know what I'm saying?
And you be hearing stories like somebody swallowed the money, one animal eats the money, snake swallowed money. Like, taking the whole Nigeria for you fool. Like, what is that?
Right. Yeah, definitely. The only thing I have to say about that, because we gotta be cautious here, is I don't think it's fair, and I believe you can't really say they're lazy when you never really set them up for success in the first place.
Yeah.
I believe he was wrong to say Nigerian youth are lazy, because I don't think he knows what it's like to be a Nigerian youth right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe you can't be up here trying to speak for someone that's down here.
Although you've forgotten that Buhari grew up in a very rough area.
How many decades ago was that? How many centuries ago was that?
It was rough back then.
It was rough back then doesn't necessarily mean it has to be the same now.
Yeah,
it's supposed to evolve.
He's saying it probably because of what he went through, and he still made it to
it doesn't mean
he didn't go to school.
Guess what?
He forged results.
He had connections.
He struggled his way. He was poorer than most of us. He struggled his way to the top.
He used corruption to get to the top.
Y'all can settle the squabble later behind the scenes. But I'm gonna just ask one last question out here. So, do you guys still think we're the leaders of tomorrow?
Who else?
My dad said something about that when he was a youth. Buhari was president, and his teacher used to say, "Oh, they are the leaders of tomorrow, this and that." Now he's 50. Or something like that.
Right. Buhari is still president.
Buhari was still president. And he was like, when is my own tomorrow? If I'm not a president, when will it be my child's turn?
Right. Just to clarify for listeners, when we were young, I mean, we are still young, but when we were little, in the schools back then, teachers and the older elders, they hate that word, but, you know, our parents, they say, oh yeah, take care of your kids, you know, you guys stay in school, do this because you guys are the leaders of tomorrow, because they, for some reason, think we're going to go run Nigeria and, you know, solve all the problems. But yeah, that's just to clarify. So, yeah, anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah, I feel like the only way this question can be fair is if Nigeria government was good and we are still having the same problem, then the youth are lazy. But if the way they are right now, that they don't have equal opportunity, or they want to give money out for the youth, one politician is taking all the money, then they have to find desperate means to get the money.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to add to me?
No, Buhari, come on our podcast, explain to us what is the meaning of losing Nigerian youths. Let's see your poll.
Let's see what's up. So, all right. Yeah. I mean, I think that was a little fantasy from back then. Do I think in the next couple of years there's gonna be enough youth in Nigeria to later run it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. People are looking for means to get up out of there. Like, what did Shady Vibe say? Like, give me a chance. Like, just to be clear, it's like, give me a chance to go be great. When people when you give them, I feel like when you give any Nigerian youth the opportunity right now to get up out of there,
They will.
They'll ask you, how high you want me to jump? How many, you want me to just bring my toothbrush? Say no more. We out.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like
you're telling me there's no America is hard. I don't care. I'm trying to leave.
Right, we go there and we done. Yeah, man.
Just
so
let me leave.
Hold on. Quick fire question, real quick. If you guys were still in Nigeria, would you follow the crowd? Like
what crowd?
The internet fraudster crowd.
The internet gang. I can't, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I feel like I got that moral compass to a certain extent that I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing I'm taking somebody else's hard-earned money. It sounds a little too good. Like, I get it. It's easier to say. Like, I'm not in their shoes, but it's just me. Like, looking at it from here, I don't think I can go to that length of taking somebody else's, blood, sweat, and tears. So. I mean, that's just me though. So,
do you want you?
I don't think I will. It's not because of morals, but I'm not living that bad in Nigeria to have to do some fraud thing. And I'm most likely gonna be in school if I'm in Nigeria.
That's good that you mentioned. Go. That's what will make you do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't living good in Nigeria. All my friends and classmates are doing it. There's no way for me to pay my school fees. I'll try it. I won't lie to myself. If I make it, then I will do something good for the community. Maybe I'll start a clothing brand or something. But I won't lie to myself and I won't lie to you guys.
Yeah. Me, I was living kind of comfortable. I wasn't living the best. But everyone around me was already doing it. My class, everybody, like knowingly or unknowingly, I feel like I might have. I can't say. I don't want to do it, but knowingly or unknowingly, I would have done it. Like,
what you mean unknowingly?
when I was in Nigeria, they were like, "Yo, can you do this real quick for me?" Like, you won't know.
Okay.
But at one point, you will get into it. You just like, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, definitely.
School, I don't have food to eat.
Even that school you mentioned, your mates, everybody's doing it.
Alright, maybe on a big scale, but maybe little $10 here and there.
Have you not scammed your parents before? Have you not scammed your parents before?
We can't out ourselves here now. We still gonna get beat if we get back home. Talk crazy on here, yo. We can't talk too much. We gotta wrap it up before we start. We can incriminate ourselves out here. Alright, take it away, bro.
We thank you guys from the non-future internet fraudsters, the almost internet fraudsters here. We thank you guys. We appreciate you for watching the episode. For the Nigerian youths, please don't do internet fraud. Try and find a way to.
There's always another way, man.
To do something with your life, so you don't end up in jail. EFCC don't.
Find a way. Come and swap with
where there's a will, there's a will.
Find a way for you.
No, everybody's destiny is different. You can't live by destiny. Alright, thank you guys. Subscribe, share it to your family, your mom, your dad, your sister.
Tell your grandma's friends.
Tell everybody. The locker room.
And by the way, yes, I am Nigerian too, so
yeah,
just say
they are wondering where we're getting money from. It's good.
These boys are rich. They play.
If you can help us, don't worry. Let us know. We'll put our
Zelle. Thank you guys.
Follow the Instagram.
Follow the
ITLR podcast. Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're coming. We have more episodes for you guys incoming.
Yep, subscribe to our YouTube channel too, please. You can get all your friends to subscribe to it. We here for the long ride and y'all gonna enjoy it.
Yes, love, peace, unity.
Out.
Peace and unity.
All right.